Concentration? I didn't mean to do that. Please, continue.
Working with Melissa and working with Michelle made me feel dirty. So as we were gaining information and picking out made me feel dirty plot lines and points and framework for the memoir made me feel dirty. I used the money to buy drugs. To fuck with her made me feel dirty. What in the holy fuck? What in the holy fuck? In a new relationship when you fart made me feel dirty. I'm not fucking crazy, y'all. Fucking crazy, y'all. Of course, I'll let my daughter and my future children read this book. Holy fuck. I tried to experiment with my sexuality too. Pubic hair made me feel dirty. Made me feel dirty. My shit don't stink. Fucking crazy, y'all. Made me feel dirty. This is actually for them to have when they come of age. Made me feel dirty. Fuck it. I thought, I'm not fucking crazy, y'all. In a new relationship when you fart. But she told me that you were a bitch. Made me feel dirty. Dad had an alternate version. My shit don't stink. In the beginning, our visits together were like first dates. And the way my mother made me feel dirty. Made me feel dirty. Dang, he's handsome. After 37 minutes, he leaned over and gave me the most passionate kiss of my whole life. What in the holy fuck?
I'm sorry. Oh man, that is funny. That cracks me up. Hey, Case, you and Crafton may have some competition there with the remixes. That was funny. I'm gonna drop it in here. I don't remember what Crafton's name of a channel. I don't know if it's still Crafton. It is, yeah, Crafton by Proxy, I think. He's got some really funny remixes. How's everybody doing? It is, what is today? Thursday? It's Thursday, December the 26th, the day after Christmas. How was everybody's Christmas? Was it everything you hoped it would be? Some crazy tea is about to drop. I didn't even see that you said that. What? How do you know? How do you know, Case? I can't divulge it yet. Not my. Oh, come on. You can't do that. You can't come in here and drop a bomb and then make us wait. When are we? Just tell me a time frame. Like, am I going to have to wait a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple hours, maybe a few minutes for this tea? It made me feel dirty. Your kids love their gift cards. That's great. I don't know how old your kids are. Mine are teenagers. I think I did okay, you know. There's this woman that came up on my TikTok and She gets her kids 4 gifts a year, 4 gifts every Christmas, and it's one you need, one you want, one to read, and one to to wear. I would be lucky to get by with that. Keep a lookout in Nina's channel. Okay, I will. Have my notifications on. Where's Becca? I don't know. I'll check in with her later. Maybe here, I'll send her. Case, have you heard from Becca? I just want to make sure she's good. I haven't heard from her. Nina always has the hot tea. Oh, it's popping hot. I can't wait. I don't know. Word on the street is that Ken is back in Dallas. I don't know how true that is. I'm not sure. Only time will tell. It is alleged. But because a part of me is like, well, would Ken really leave that baby? Because I don't think he would. I keep checking her page for her new video. Oh, shit. She's probably working on her end of year video. Who? Nina or Jip Jip? Did y'all see Gypsy deleted everything off of her YouTube channel? Everything is gone, but the internet is forever, Gypsy. Don't forget. There's something brewing. I felt it for a while now that there is something brewing behind the scenes. Whatever it is, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll hear all about it eventually. Where you at, Christy Blanchard? I bet you're chomping at the bit to say something. Why don't you go on a live? Go take a link. Come over here, Christy. Let's talk. Because I feel like things might not be going so well in your little house over there. Hello everyone coming in. Why is she so fucked up? Who, Gypsy? Because she is mentally ill. I don't know. I think she's a psychopath. I guess it's Ryan, the baby daddy. No, I don't know. I think okay, remember Gypsy said, God, where was it? I don't know if it was on the podcast or what, but she said that she wanted to have a sit down with Ryan, just her and Ryan, have a sit down and talk and kind of get some closure. But Ryan said, hell no, he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to have a little sit down with her. But what if he gave in and he had this little sit down with Gypsy thinking, we're going to maybe, because Ryan hasn't seen Gypsy allegedly since she left in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day while he was at work and left the dog, abandoned the dog to follow her heart, to lead her to her Kenny Kizzle baby boy. Okay? And she got knocked up. I don't remember where I was going. Oh, but then, okay, so they haven't seen each other, right? And they got all this animosity and back and forth building up. Hey, Lanky Tor, my love. So maybe Ryan and Gypsy met up and Ken got pissed off because Ken and Ryan hate each other. They big hate each other. So if Jip met up with Ryan, that might be no bueno. Okay, and then you got Ken over here posting. Gypsy has not. I mean, not about Ken. But Ken has posted like 2 or 3 videos or pictures, whatever, over on his Instagram. One with Gypsy where he's like holding her belly and he's like, Merry Christmas. And then one where he's driving through the bayou and he tagged, cut off. So it's like, Ken, why are you going out of your way to try to prove to us that you and Jip are good? Because I don't think anybody's buying that. Like, what's going on, Ken? What's really going on? Where you at? Or Kizzle? Come out from wherever you're hiding. It's time to talk, buddy. Oh, she definitely made him do all of that. All of what? All of I don't know. I'm like, is Ken the one desperately trying to hold on now? And Gypsy's like, because Gypsy did put a little Merry Christmas post. I can't remember if she took it down because I went back and it was gone. But it says Merry Christmas from the Blanchards, like not from Ken and the Blanchards or Ken and the baby and the Blanchards. Somehow you could include all of the names, but Ken is not a Blanchard. On a side note, Injustice has been sexting Dreamer. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. And he's into old ladies with mustaches. I knew that. Christy posted pics. I haven't seen those. Jip had baby belly in one, but not the other. Hey, Andy. Wild one. Hakob. Hakob, you said your name different. How do you say it? Hakob? Hakob. We've all been saying it wrong the whole time, damn it. Hakob? The Ninja Femme? Yeah. He's into body odor. It's weird. What do you think Dreamer smells like? Anybody have a guess? Anyways. Okay. So, let's see. Where do we go from here? I was going to finish. I don't have like a lot of time, but I got a little bit of time today. So I was going to finish off some of that podcast interview thingy that Gypsy did with Kel Lowry. If you don't know who Kel Lowry is, she is from Teen Mom. Hey, Phaedra. Hey, Dank. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas. And if you didn't, I'm so sorry. Because this time of the year can be very hard for people as well, right? It's a happy and hard time of the year. Cigarettes and fungus. That's a good guess. Yeah. And body odor. Ugh. Hey, Sam. Oh, even you say it wrong sometimes. Well, Hakob. We're just going to go. It's better. I was calling Jeff with a G off because I forgot that people spell their Jeff Geoff. I was over here called him Geoff like an idiot. What the fuck? Oh, all Petco's and PetSmarts and oh shit, that's fucked up. Injustice. Like you're gonna take that. Like Case is dragging your ass. You did too. You thought it was Geoff too. Geoff. I was like, oh wait, that's Jeff. Stupid. Oh man. Dragon breath. Hey, irate unicorn. She smells of whatever is always. Oh, the nails, the fingernails. All right. Go. Oh God. Damn, Nicole. Fuck. Ruthless. Lucky you're not on TikTok. Someone would flag your shit. I haven't really been on the TikToks. I'll scroll for a little bit here and there, but I don't know. I've been watching shit over here. It's like been popping off over in this Sebastian Rogers fuckery. It's so sad. This child, who knows where the hell he is. And then you've got all these creators like picking sides, which I get it. Like if I had to pick a side, I'm sorry. I'm on the Proudfoot side of that. I think people are treating that mother so horrendous. Brittany J. You're gross, Brittany J. Ugh. And you are the biggest e-beggar ever. You are a tragedy pimp. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I've never liked Seth. I'm sorry. Never liked him. Never cared for him. I think it's weird that he has a YouTube channel. It reminds me of when the Don Wells and them. It's just strange. It's so odd. But I would love to know what happened to that child. Nina dropped it. All right, I was kind of killing time hoping something like that would happen. Hold on. Let me get my TikTok. We'll watch it together. But everybody, of course, go check out Flawless Nina over on TikTok and YouTube. She posts on both. Flawless Nina. Where is she? Where you at? All right.
There is true evil within someone's heart. There is true evil
Wait, that's
within
not
someone's...
it. That's not it.
Allegedly,
Where are
I
they?
do not want to gatekeep this from you guys. I do not want to gatekeep this from you guys. We're going in.
Okay, what? I thought y'all said she dropped it. Am I missing something here?
Yo, I do not want to gatekeep.
That's 3 hours
followers
ago.
in 7 days. So get ready with me and get.
Shit.
I do not want to gatekeep this from you guys. We're going into 2025. And if you know me, you know I'm all about manifesting everything. My entire life has changed in the last 3 years.
Okay, what? She's in Ryan's bed? Excuse me? Wait, on her YouTube. Okay, sorry. Let me get it. Y'all got me all excited and shit. Oh, Nina. Nina. I can't see the chat, so I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise. Oh, 9 minutes ago,
We
chat.
all know Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a liar, right? I posted Gypsy Rose Blanchard allegedly was with Ryan Anderson over the last week, and she came home on Christmas Eve.
Sorry.
Keep in mind, I did say that.
Just want to say bye, Bethany. I love you, my sweet honey pie sugar lumpkin.
This is alleged. But anyway, I had to do my little investigative work because Christy posted this. So Christy posted this, but where's Ken's legs? Also posted this, and I want you guys to look very carefully around Gypsy Rose's hair, like above the top of it. I don't know, something looks odd. But I was like, this is possible because she allegedly left Lake Charles on Christmas Eve. Now, the source that I got this from isn't a source that I have used before, but a lot of the things that they said to me gave merit. But again, that's why I was very specific in saying it was alleged. But then someone messaged me this. Actually, not someone messaged me. One of my mods sent me this. And I feel like this says a lot that she was with Ryan. I want you guys to look at Ryan Anderson's headboard. And I'm sure a lot of you know that wood headboards are not as common as any other headboards. And Gypsy has a fabric headboard, and Ken has a headboard that is white. And so I asked myself, do we have any pictures or anything like that with Gypsy using this same headboard when she was with Ryan? And I found something. Here you go. Now, we initially thought that this was a hotel, possibly, when she first did this accountability video. No, this was Ryan's bed, because that's the same headboard that he has. Okay, so I want you to look at this headboard. She has the pillow propped up, but you could see that slight indent on that bed, right?
Looks
white. This looks like Ryan's headboard.
What?
But what really gave it away for me is, every time Ryan Anderson is on live, he brags about those LED lights that he has that changes colors, and Gypsy always loved them. Why is that light like that behind the bed? Now, we know Ken's headboard is black and Gypsy's is a fabric. Then whose is this? Now, this was her FaceTiming her sister.
Okay, I'm confused because I swear she said a minute ago that Ken's headboard was white. I think she might have messed up and meant black. Is it just me? I wish I could zoom into that. What does Gypsy's headboard look like? She meant black. That's what I thought. Okay.
On how is but
Hold
you could
on.
see
We
that
gotta go
slight
back
indent
now.
when she was with Ryan. And I found something. Here you go. Now, we initially thought that this was a hotel, possibly, when she... No, Ken's headboard is black and Gypsy's is a fabric. Then whose is this? Now, this was her FaceTiming her sister on her sister's graduation, which was last week.
I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't think it's the wood one.
This is the giveaway to me, y'all. So even if Ken was there in a bayou, which I'm still not even sure because we know Christy is just as manipulative as Gypsy is. And I don't think that Ken actually has control over his actual IG page. That's just my personal opinion. I think Gypsy always seeks validation, and I just don't see it. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying I don't believe that. I do want to go back to this picture one more time because I want you guys to really pay attention to her stomach. When you're 36 weeks pregnant or 9 months pregnant, your stomach does not shrink like that when you're sitting. And in fact, when you're sitting, it protrudes even more. So my question is, did Gypsy already have the baby and maybe Ken came for the baby's first Christmas? Or is Ken there at all because his leg is missing right here? Where's his leg? Something isn't right. I don't know what it is, but something is not right. I also noticed that her hair is blonde and her hair was brunette. So are these older pictures that were taken right after Thanksgiving? I do know that Ken was in the bayou filming parts of last month. So is this like pre-picture?
Case study. Is this the scorching hot tea right here? Please tell me no. Please tell me there's more.
I don't know. And at this point, I feel like I'm doing mental gymnastics as far as her being pregnant. Like maybe the baby was already born. Maybe something happened to the baby and the baby never actually...
I don't know. Something is off with that belly, though. That's so weird. Her belly is the strangest pregnant belly I think I've ever seen. Hello, Zoe. I don't know whose bed it is.
We got here and we'll never get here. Something's wrong and I don't have the answers, but I do know this. Something's not right. And Christy is good for gaslighting and Gypsy is too. And the one thing Gypsy Rose Blanchard wants to do is always prove me wrong. Because every time I say something...
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I do wish, like, we're Ryan. Oh, Ryan, give us a sign of life, bud. We need to know that you're okay. Give us a little video, a little check-in, and just say, hey, guys, this is Ryan and Pixie. I just want to tell you guys Merry Christmas and everything's good over here. I'm going to go watch wrestling now. Good night. Case. We need to talk. No, I'm joking. Just fucking around. The tea is the Blanchard Adaptive Kate's Ken's. You don't think his legs might be tucked, like he's like on his knees, but Parker might be covering them? Like, I mean, what would they do? Are they photoshopping themselves into the Blanchard living room? I'm confused. What? Maybe they took those pictures. Like, is that even the Blanchard living room? It doesn't really look like it. Maybe it is. Or maybe it's some pictures they took when they went to... The Blanchards go to Florida? People have been reaching... Yeah. I do think there's trouble in paradise. Absolutely believe that. Nina said something. She said, when she was playing like one of her, where she spins the block, and it was, like, don't let your man treat you like you're one of the boys. It was an older video, and that is so true, Gypsy. I think you fell in that category. Like, you let Ken treat you like one of the boys, and now, y'all aren't in love so much, I don't think. Think there's something going on. Gypsy's lady parts are tingling for Ryan, but I don't know, maybe she got a new man. Nobody gonna want to touch you after this, Gypsy. You're stuck. You better pick one, Ryan or Ken, because I don't think anyone else is gonna be knocking at that door wanting a date with Jip Jip. Better start grifting. She's very desperate. Very desperate. All right. We're gonna watch some of this. I got about an hour. I can spare an hour. Come hang out with you guys for a little bit. You ready? Anything else you want to talk about before we get... Is Rogie in here? Please tell me no. Hey, Janine. Only rocking on her back door. Only knocking on her back. Knock. Oh, man. I bet she's got a strap on. Ryan is into his sweat towel, watching Gypsy's tongue thrust on a loop right now. You know he's probably trying to message her. I think he knows there's trouble in paradise. Oh, Gypsy. Come back to me, baby. You know you miss it. Remember when she called Ryan a human furnace? And she was sleeping in the spare room. I don't think anyone has ever broken up with her before. No. Except for Ken. Ken, they were engaged or something like that, and he broke up with her. That's about it. Gypsy needs to invest in some gremlin-sized hooker heels. Oh, no. Don't give her ideas. Look like hooves. It's me being real. She lied to Lifetime to get signed second season, but obviously they found out too late, so they helped her con and lie about this narrative. Also lied to Ken to trap him. We'll see. We shall see what is about to go down. I think there's a reason that Gypsy's like hiding from social media. I think she knows she's about to really get hammered. Raw dog. I think Ken found out the baby is Ryan's. I don't know. I really do think the baby's Ken's. As much as I would love for it to be Ryan's, I'm afraid it's Ken's. About being black or content. Y'all do not give a freak about being black or content. What does that mean, Christy? That's an odd comment. Hey, Bryn. I didn't see you sneak in here. Did you have a very Merry Christmas? Ryan is dehydrated. Is dehydrated of dude? He has used this whole Christmas break to want... I'm sorry, I cannot read today, apparently. Whole Christmas break to want it to Gypsy, humiliating him in interviews in a dark room. Poor Pixie. Yeah, poor Pixie. Yeah, I don't know. I think Ryan would take a bullet for a BB bullet. He'd take a BB bullet for her. He don't give he loves his baby girl. I'm just curious to know how come Rod, Chrissy, Mia, and the son didn't read this book draft before. I don't know. Maybe they did. Maybe they did, and they didn't see a problem with it, I guess. I don't know how it is in their neighborhood. Fuck. Yeah, I would have been like, Gypsy, maybe don't talk about your pecan. Or maybe leave out the part about the barbecue sauce. Or how you sucked on a baba. I think it was Local Monster. I cannot remember if that's her name. Or is it Space Ghost? The one with the she used to have half green hair, I think. She was she was like, "Here, Gypsy, since you can't play, we listen and we don't judge," because Gypsy's attempt at doing that with Kel was just like womp womp womp. Like she didn't know how to play the game. And so she helped her with some things. Like, we listen and we don't judge. I murdered my mom. I manipulated an autistic man for about a year and a half to murder my mother. How about that one? The 3 holes gets me. In all 3 of my holes. It made me feel dirty. Ryan is totally delusional. Well, Gypsy is too, so. We already know she's been in Ryan's bed because that's why she's been MIA. We all know Ken heard the book and ran like hell back to Mommy and Steve Woods, and Ryan keeps it on repeat. He gets his right. That's his bedtime story every night, is listening to that book. I wonder what his favorite chapter is. And yeah, Ken, I still want to know. If I could ever ask you this, I would love it. I would love to ask you this. How did it feel when you read that about the baby bottles and the sucking of the nipples, and she preferred a certain type of nipple, and she fed you that baby food? You remember that embarrassing video, Ken, where Gypsy fed you baby food blindfolded, and you had to guess the baby food, and she was like, "Yeah, it's banana. That was my favorite." And he's like, "You're like, how do you remember that?" I don't know. I just always had it in my bottle. Fucking weird. Ken, how did that make you feel? Because I would have died inside a little bit. Would have been like, oh my God, ugh, she wanted to feed me with a baby spoon. Run, Ken, you. And then the weirder part is, what if Ken did already know this stuff? Like, what if while she was in prison, she was like, hey, on a phone call to Ken, like, "Hey, baby, I just wanted to tell you that I sucked on a baby bottle for 24 years until I went to prison, and I like these kind of nipples and blah, blah, blah." And then Ken knew that and still wanted to be with her after. Ken, something wrong with you. Gross. And I bet Ryan knew about it too. He probably liked it. She probably sucked Ryan's giant nipples. Ryan's got those silver dollar nipples, big brown ones. Ugh! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in rare form today. Allegedly. We still haven't even started this damn interview. See what y'all do to me? Red sauce came out of the bushes for that one. With that sweat rag. Woo! It made her feel dirty. And she was like, "Shave me, Ryan. Haven't been shaved in 8 years. Please shave me." At a shave party. And barbecue sauce. How could you ever look at barbecue sauce the same after that? If that happened to you and you're like, "Oh my God, he like forced me through the computer to make me slather my body in the bathtub with, condiments that resemble blood." I'm just saying. Of all things, like, why didn't you use ranch or some milk? You got plenty of Pepsi in there. What made you pick the barbecue sauce and the fucking ketchup, ma'am? It made me feel dirty. Car. She's lactose intolerant. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe. It gives her the shits, is what it means. Milk makes Gypsy shit. That's what that means. She sucked on a bottle. It had to be sticky. Ew, yeah. Ugh. Gross. They wanted to find out what the 3 holes was like. They were all loose as a goose and bigger than her mouth. Oh, Lord. Her rusty car parts. We need a bingo card for real. Aliens. We had aliens in the book. I mean, that book was the worst mistake. And she's so proud of that book. Like, she is so proud of that piece of trash book, Gypsy. Fucking weirdo. All right, let's get into this. I got about maybe an hour to spare, so here we go.
I may have touched on this in the book where the night of the crime, I was going around the house taking pictures off the wall of me because I thought, well, maybe the police won't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going around the house, just taking pictures off the wall. I had no idea what I was doing that for. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to pause it so much. Daddy, my baby.
I live here.
Yeah, you said that in the book.
All logic just goes out the window. So in that moment,
Merry Christmas, Batty. I love you so much.
it was complete survival mode. Nothing made sense. So get out of the wheelchair. Yeah, that didn't cross my mind. It's like, stay in the wheelchair, stay in the wheelchair.
Right.
I'm programmed.
You know what's interesting though about the taking the photos off the wall though and removing them? That to me is a little bit more logical because you had fallen through the cracks so many times all the way up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
So if you weren't in the home anywhere, I mean, maybe I wouldn't necessarily think you didn't live there, but it wouldn't have made a difference. You know what I mean? So yeah. I don't necessarily think that was like illogical.
Okay.
But so you meet Nick online later in 2012.
I just have to point out again that the chemistry, if you will, I don't know, between Kel and Gypsy is just so interesting to me because, you know, when she sits down with Barbara Walters, which I don't think she's ever sat down with Barbara Walters, whatever, you know, she's like trying to be polished, like, yeah, we lived in a little blue house, blah, blah. But when she's with Kale, it's different. Like, she doesn't know how to talk to someone who's actually talking to her like a regular person, not like a interviewer. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Well, after the second escape
Correct.
Attempt,
Mm-hmm.
the second escape attempt. And you connected on a Christian dating site?
Yes.
Where was your mom during this time?
So my mom was around the house. You know, we still lived together. She and I had a joint laptop that we would share together. And
man, that sounds awful, Gypsy. She does not know how to answer this question because no one's ever asked her. No one has ever had the balls. So I will give it to Kale for asking her the questions that we have been wanting to ask her. Kale, if you want to do a second interview, I will send you even more questions. And number 1 is going to be ask that bitch about the Barney doll. Ask her about the Barney doll. All right.
Electronics was difficult for her to let me be on.
Right.
Because of what happened in the past.
Right.
So, electronics was just something that was definitely a hot button issue.
Right.
So I mean,
yeah, as it was in every household of a teenager with electronics, okay? Especially back then when it was all, you know, really fresh and new. You know, you get your first cell phone, you're like, yeah, back in the day. Like I was probably 17, 16, I can't remember. Probably about 16 when I had my own cell phone. Whatever. This is not abuse, is my point, okay? Everybody has these issues that she had with her mom, right? When it comes to boys acting I don't know. My mom never had to scold me for acting like an internet whore, but my point is these things are normal, Gypsy. Okay. I'm still waiting on all this abuse that you suffered. Hope she deleted her dirty ass internet history. She did. She did. Not all of it, Red Sauce, but yeah. Oh, Cats and Crochet. I'm so glad you're here. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas, Cats and Crochets. And you don't listen to these haters out here, cats, all right? Because this book validated some of the stuff that you have said, like about how you said Gypsy they wanted that playhouse to be they wanted the shed to be a playhouse. And then some lady, I don't remember where I saw this, was on a panel somewhere, and she was also involved with the stuff with habitat, and she corroborated some of your story too. I believe in you, cats. Just know that. Not everyone out here is, I don't know. Katie Joy, you've been just a fucking dick over on TikTok. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Moving on.
There was a little bit of manipulation on my part, and I am not, too good to own up to that, where I did manipulate the situation where my mom didn't know that I was on Facebook. But
how did you hide it?
By switching tabs.
And she didn't know any different.
She didn't know any different.
I mean, to be fair, in a situation like that, whether you're in an abusive relationship with your parent or not, everyone was doing that, right? Like, okay, I was doing that.
Hold on. Yes, it is AJ. She is trying to prove. Okay, where did I see that, Cats? Like, somebody clipped, I guess, whoever AJ is talking, and I don't know where I saw that at. So I'd love to talk to AJ if she wants to come up and talk. Let her know. What? Okay, hold on. Oh, really, Case? Yeah, she's been a fucking dick over there. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Sounds like her mom was easy to escape. Yeah, but it was life or death, Carms, don't you know? She had to murder her mother in the middle of the night while she slept. She's real scared. 1980 millennial. Okay. That's where it was. You're right. 1980 millennial. Do y'all want to watch it? You want to watch it, or y'all want to keep watching this? We could take a little breaky. It's not long. I'm going to play it, actually. I am going to play it. Let me find it. What is it? 1980s. Because, a million things are going to show up. 1980. Oh, I can't fucking type. 1980. I cannot see chat, so give me just a second. Is it 1980s with a S? Millennial. Millennial. Maybe if I put Gypsy with it, it'll show up. Okay, I found it. Well, no, I didn't. I lied. Yes. No. Oh, yeah, here it is. I found it. I found it. Oops, that's definitely not it. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. It is much appreciated. Is Morbid going live tonight? Does anybody know? I haven't asked him. right, here we go.
For being patient while I was traveling. People have been asking me to react to the lady who was up on Hello Starlight's Live, who said she was with Habitat for Humanity. And I actually do have something to say about that. So let's hear what she's got to say, and then I'll tell y'all what I know.
And Gypsy wanted certain things certain ways in this house.
We know that's true because Gypsy wrote about it in her latest book.
And we were rebuilding it to make it where we thought she needed the wheelchair ramp. We thought, so we had to sit down and talk with them.
I remember hearing at the time how wonderful everyone thought it was that Habitat was having so many meetings with them to make sure that they modified the house to be exactly to what Gypsy needed with, doors big enough for the wheelchairs and wheelchair ramp, all that good stuff.
I am the one that did say that Gypsy hit my daughter because she did. Gypsy was pulling my daughter's hair and was aggressive to my daughter.
How old was your daughter at the time?
My daughter at the time?
Yeah.
9 years old.
Okay, I know some people have questioned her timeline on things and said that things don't add up. I don't know who this lady is. I don't know if she's legit or repeating a story that she heard, but I can say that I heard this story at the time about Gypsy pulling someone's hair at a Habitat meeting, a little girl, and I heard Dee Dee's version, which was different, a little different, which I'll tell y'all at the end.
Was Gypsy okay? I'm gonna pause it for a second. If you are not subscribed to 1980 Millennial Commentates, please go do that now. She puts out. Well, to be quite honest, I haven't watched a lot of her videos, but I don't want people coming at me if she addresses certain people in videos because I did notice some of the titles in her videos. But I do appreciate her hopefully letting me use her content right now. Shit, really? I did not give my daughter's real age. Get over it. I'm trying. Yeah, no, you're fine, cats. Don't worry about it. Alone in a room with her, or what were they doing?
We were in the conference room, and Gypsy wanted something to eat, and so I walked out. Now, there were other people in there, so it's not like they were left alone, okay? And I walked out and got her a Coke and some chips and come back, and my daughter is screaming and crying, and Gypsy has her by the head and hitting her. They were trying to get
What
her
did
off
Dee
of
Dee
her.
do? What did Dee Dee do in that moment?
Dee Dee was standing up and yelling at Gypsy, let her go.
Wow.
I'm sorry your daughter got hit.
Yeah.
That's
Horrible. Terrible.
No,
I believe it, though. I believe it.
the
Terrible.
problem is when I came in, my daughter's crying, and there's people, and Gypsy said, I hate her hair. She's got, it was crazy. And I took my daughter, I went up to the hotel room, and I told everybody, I'm done. They're not getting that house.
Ooh.
She will not do anything. I closed the door, took care of my daughter. That was it. I am not going to gift them that house.
Mm-hmm.
I was done. Dee Dee came up to my room, and she said, can we please talk? And I said, nope, I'm done. I'm going to sign off and say you will not get this house.
Mm-hmm.
Dee Dee was crying, and she said, will you please let me in? She came in. I said, okay. And she started talking. She said, I'm so sorry. That should not have happened. We had a conversation. Next thing I know, there's Gypsy banging on the door.
Was she walking?
Yes.
Okay.
I just got to break in real quick and say that Gypsy would get up and walk every chance she got. That's why she never lost muscle mass. That's why Dee Dee had the windows blacked out, and she could not keep that hidden from people in Southwest Missouri. That's why she very quickly switched from, saying Gypsy needed the wheelchair full time to saying she had muscular dystrophy and her muscles were just too weak to walk all of the time.
And she pushed her mother. She pushed Dee Dee down.
Like
when
Dee Dee
I say
fell to the ground,
over to the bed.
This part I've never heard before at all. That doesn't mean it didn't happen, but that's not a part that was shared with me. I don't know if it was because Dee Dee didn't share it or if the people who shared it with me that were her neighbors just simply didn't see fit to say that part, but I can't verify that that was known back then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And when I say Gypsy is violent, I have witnessed it. Nobody will let me tell my story. They claim that I am a Looney Tune.
Okay, this next part with Becca Scoops here is why I like her, because she intuits the exact response that happened. She has the instincts and the experience to be able to intuit exactly what Dee Dee did, because this goes along with what I'm about to tell y'all at the end.
Playing it like, I don't know exactly what went on behind the scenes, but if Dee Dee was very good at manipulation also, and I'm sure she would say something like, she's ill, she's got behavior problems. I'm so sorry, it's hard. She's
Exactly.
hard to handle, like what any parent would say if their kid was acting crazy,
When
Okay, so as I've been saying, this whole story about Gypsy pulling hair, that is not new to me. I heard that at the time. I just heard Dee Dee's version. So Dee Dee's version was very much just exactly like what Becca Scoops.
Okay, this is where I'm confused. How does she know Dee Dee's version? What am I missing? Did I miss that part? Like how she's connected? Is this AJ? Waiting for cat or somebody that can tell me. She's from the area, okay. I don't know. Like I don't know this chick. This is the first video of hers I've ever watched. She's local town scoop, okay. No. I don't know this person. Okay, you don't know who it is, Cats. Okay. Ash. Well, hello, Ash 274. How was your Christmas, my love? 1980s video, especially. Oh, okay. Don't want to talk about that. She has family near Dee Dee. Okay. In Missouri? She mentioned. Okay. Huh. I'll have to go and look at her stuff.
Assumed. Dee Dee immediately started telling everybody that she knew about this, and assuming that lady was right about there being a lot of people around, that was probably to get ahead of this story. I never heard about cops being called or anything like that, but I did hear of this happening. So Dee Dee's version was poor, sickly, always cancer bald gypsy. Did not understand the other girls have real hair, and she pulled this little girl's hair, and it was so embarrassing, and Dee Dee almost had heart problems and blah 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 blah. And that's all we heard. So yeah, this is not brand new to me at all. And knowing how, like Becca Scoops assumed, that Dee Dee did manipulate things to Gypsy's benefit, I wouldn't be surprised if there's more to the story. What do y'all think?
Okay, interesting. I wonder how she would know that. I'm just curious of her connection. Yes, but she doesn't agree with Dee Dee a lot, but she doesn't agree with her until she's unalive. She seems to know them or of them back then. How old is she, I wonder? Does she like have a story time or something where she explains how she knows any of that? It would make sense in Aurora because that's before they had the Habitat house. Yeah, I never go in Discord. Here and there, I'll pop in every once in a while, but it's rare. It's rare.
If I had access to a computer, I was going to do whatever I could to get on it and go on AIM and whatever else I could do. You know what I mean? So
just hide the tab button or whatever.
That I think comes with some adolescence. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some maturity there.
And Candy.
But so, how did you know about like a dating site?
I seen a commercial for it on TV.
Yeah.
It was like Christian Mingle or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, my logic was, oh, a Christian guy.
I would love to talk to this young lady. Is there a way you can connect me with her? I don't know. Let's see if she has it on her YouTube, her email. Let's see. You could always go leave a comment under her video, cats. Let me find it. Where is it? All right, let's see. I do not see her email, but maybe just go leave her a comment or something and say, you'd like to talk to her. Maybe she'll talk to you. Yeah, and I'm an idiot. Obviously, she's a millennial. So I was like, how old is she? It says right there in her name, idiot.
Guy would be like a good guy.
And little did you know you were going to get the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Wow. The things that I learned in this book about Nick was insane.
And that's where, we need to talk, Kale, in PG Cornerstone. Where are you? Okay, because Kale has a pretty large audience. She's very looked up by a lot of people in this generation, depending, maybe not so much, because she does have a lot of kids, but you know what? She takes care of them. She's a boss bitch. She is. I like Kale. Anyhow, it drives me crazy to see someone like Kale, who is not an idiot, fall for something like this, and think and be convinced, because she doesn't know any better and no one's told her the actual truth, that it was Gypsy, not Nick, pulling all of this dirty, disgusting stuff that she names in the book. So I hate that for Nick, because, you've got Kale Lowry convinced that this was all him. He's a dirty, rotten, nasty person that made you suck on Japanese dildos with your teeth out, with your denture popped out. Now, that is from her book. I'm not being funny. That's what she said. She popped that denture out and painted, her words, painted the dildo up and down with her tongue without her dentures in. She popped them out to help her gag reflex, but I don't think she's got a gag reflex. So there's that.
What I remember from like the media headlines, documentaries, and things like that was that, you allegedly manipulated someone who possibly was, disabled in some ways. And that was not confirmed or, anything in the book, but I think that is some of what the public thinks. But
Right.
Based on what I read in this book was that he was already having all types of very, very violent fantasies prior to even meeting you.
Correct. He had.
Says who? Says who, Kale? Gypsy? Have you asked Nick? Because I've never heard of Nick having any violent fantasies. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. And let me just read this pinned comment from Just Me Being Real. She said she had stated in her videos, the 1980s chick, that she's from Missouri and she lives there, and her family has donated to Dee Dee and Gypsy a lot back then. That is very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, there's no proof that he ever had violent tendencies. Actually, they said, didn't his mom say he wouldn't hurt a fly? Do we need to read the freaking... Okay. If you have not read all of the text messages between Gypsy and Nick, and by all I mean, like, I think they started in March and the murder happened in June. So, like, I've done it 3 times on my channel. If you haven't heard it, put a 1, because if you haven't read through all of those text messages, then you don't understand a lot of this case. Do you remember Nick asked his ex-girlfriend if he should do this with Gypsy? And she said no. Yes. And he asked his ex-girlfriend how crazy he thought she had. He said to her, how crazy do you think Gypsy is? Because he knew she was crazy. Christy Cunningham, what are you doing? All 3 holes. It made me feel dirty.
Had those with other ex-girlfriends
Who reached out to you?
who reached out to me to warn me that he was like that. And I'm like, oh, it's just, it's a scorned ex-girlfriend. And I just kind of like brushed it off, like, oh,
Right.
whatever. Like, they're just talking smack.
And you just ignored it.
I just ignored it.
Did it ever scare you? Did you ever think he was going to do something to you?
I mean, of course, later on in the relationship, but I still was in the mindset like, well, this person loves me. This person is giving me attention. Like, this person loves me for me.
You can look past the violence at that
I could
point.
look past it.
So
or change him.
Right. I mean, that's a big
Or
one. I
change
think
him.
sometime up until my late 20s, I thought I could change a man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly. I think I romanticized the idea of, being my man's savior just as
Mhm.
much as he was mine.
Right.
So it was like the Beauty and the Beast syndrome.
Did he ever
Girl, you still got that syndrome. You still got it. You still got this Beauty and the Beast mentality. You're naming your child after a Disney princess, for fuck's sake. I'm just saying. How's it feel now? Reality's gonna slap you in the face for the rest of your life, Gypsy. Because life is not a fairy tale, bitch.
know that maybe you thought that he should get help?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it. I mean, therapy wasn't really something I was talking about or in at that time.
Right.
But I often express that I wish that we could have a normal relationship is what I would
Absolutely.
call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that never happened.
No.
And then I just was like reading some of the things that he, and I don't want to say too much because I want people to read them in the book, but some of the things that some of the ideas that he brought to you about how to unalive your mom were twisted.
What?
And all of that is factual evidence, and it's in.
Hold on. I gotta hear that again.
Is that he brought to you much because I want people to read them in the book, but some of the things that some of the ideas that he brought to you.
What ideas can somebody point me to where Nick was having ideas of killing Dee Dee? Did I miss that? Was that in the trial? What? You would think during his trial that would definitely be presented as evidence if Nick had planned or brought to the table several ideas on ways to kill Dee Dee. This is a crock of shit. Where are you, NPG Cornerstone? I'm gonna tag you in this video.
About how to unalive your mom were twisted.
And all of that is factual evidence, and it's in Facebook messages. There is actual proof that these things were said. Whether or not those case files are released to the public, I'm not sure, but there is a paper trail.
So did that come up in court, like in trial?
It did. It was discussed.
Hold on.
So did that
case files are released to the public, I'm not sure. Said messages, there is actual factual evidence, and it's in Facebook messages. There is actual proof that these things were said. Whether or not those case files are released to the public, I'm not sure, but there is.
See, I think this bitch is scared of those case files. Gypsy, you know what's in those. You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know what's all in that case file. I guarantee you, whenever that case file comes out, she is going to look even worse, even if that's possible at this point. But it's going to come out. And I feel like a lot of her talking about this is like she's trying to get ahead of it. Like she's scared of what's to come because it's coming.
A paper trail.
So did that come up in court, like in trial?
It did. It was discussed.
No, the fuck it wasn't. Where? She is such a liar. It kills me. Gypsy, have you ever watched Nick's trial? Because I highly doubt you ever have. What did you say, Cats? I missed it. Hold on. Gypsy was and still is a violent person. I have personally endured it with her. Why can't people really see how nasty she is? I don't know, cats. They will. They will. People are slowly seeing it, and this book is just one more step in exposing. She exposes her own self. It's great. Love it. I have asked Gypsy to confront me several times on different channels, and yet she will not. She knows I will tell the truth, as I have been doing. You remember, Gypsy. You remember when you were pulling that little girl's hair like a crazy animal. I can't stop eating. What are you eating? I choked yesterday on a piece of prime rib. It was great. Like, I actually choked. I thought I was going to need the Heimlich maneuver there for a second. I choked that thing. Never mind. Let's keep going.
So people could find that if they wanted to. I'm
The
sure.
prosecutor definitely did.
This was the first time I had read that, so I don't know if it just there's a little bit of attention on it, you know, in the media, but I was shocked. I couldn't even.
Not a lot of people know about that stuff because what is in a confidential case file, because he is still going through his appeals, so there is a portion of case files that are not out to the public.
Okay.
So, you know, that's why I think a lot of people are just like, okay, it's one-sided. And then in my opinion, whether it was conscious or not, I feel like maybe we manipulated each other.
Absolutely.
It was mutual.
Right. But I definitely don't want it to go unsaid that there were definitely fantasies of these things before he
prior to meeting me. Yeah.
And I think that
Where the fuck is that proof? And why was that not presented at Nicholas's trial if he had a history of violent fantasies? What? This is insane. Kale Lowry. Where's LB? I'm gonna get with LB. I'm gonna have a talk with LB. We're gonna get your attention because this needs to be fixed, ma'am. You need to fix this because you didn't do your homework, and that's okay. It's a lot of homework. But no. Don't try to downplay what she did to Nicholas. Because that's what it feels like. Like, you people want to find an excuse so Nick can be just as well, you know, he did commit murder, so that's bad. But the manipulation, the dark fantasies, that's Gypsy. That's Gypsy, not Nick. You can ask me any questions you want. All right.
that's a misconception.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that clear for sure. Quote, Nick told me I'd be a woman if he carved me up with a knife. What does that mean?
He often, you know, talked about fantasy violence. So I think it was more along the lines of fantasizing about what I would let him do to me.
Okay.
In terms of how far would I be willing to go.
And then that would make you a woman.
Right.
Wow. And then you talk about sort of the sexual side of your relationship with Nick and some of the things that you would participate in. Where was Dee Dee during that time?
So a lot of times for certain pornographic photos or videos, if my mom went to Walmart, it was done while she was out of the house or while
Why couldn't you run away during these moments when Dee Dee left you alone so much to the point where you were videoing pornographic videos, Gypsy? But you had to murder your mom because you were in such a desperate situation, but you're at home while your mom is, you know, waddling down the aisles of fucking Walmart, probably getting you some Pepsi and some mashed potatoes. And you're over there with your rusty car parts playing with dildos. What the fuck? in the middle of the day. What the fuck is wrong with you? But tell us again. Tell us again, Helly. You know, it's not your fault. It's everybody else's. So Dee Dee went to Walmart for hours. Apparently so. Not today, Satan. Apparently Dee Dee was not home a lot. And you cannot tell me that your mom was so asleep that you were doing that in the middle of the night, which I'm sure you were doing nasty stuff. But your life wasn't in danger if you were able to play with dildos in the bathroom, okay?
She was asleep, so I
Okay.
could get out out of bed for a few minutes
Mm-hmm.
without her noticing,
Right.
depending on how much she
Hold
was
on.
under influence of Ambien. So
Did you have to go to bed when she?
Oh, now it's the Ambien. Cats, your device is not connected. I don't know if you need to like mute yourself or turn your. Do you have your camera on or off? Something's going on.
She went to bed.
yeah, we typically went to bed together.
That's-
Everything we did together, shower time, bath time, sleep time, like everything was together.
Wow. I don't think that is known though.
Mm.
Like in the book it's I didn't realize that it was at the same time. But that makes sense because she had to make sure that you're under her
Right, routines was aligned.
Okay. Wow. And then Nick told you at one point that if y'all ever had a daughter together,
They did everything together except for go to Walmart so Gypsy could film pornographic videos. Hi, cats.
Hey, lovely.
How are you?
No, I'm doing good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Well, like Merry Christmas to everyone.
Did you have a good one?
No, my
No.
godson passed away. Remember?
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, 19
Oh.
years old. He was involved in a major car accident with an
Oh, that's
18-wheeler,
awful.
and
Okay, maybe. Did you say that on? Where did you say that? Somewhere, I think.
I think it was a morbid. It
I
may
thought so.
not.
Okay, I think you
Yeah,
did.
I just
That's
went up to
awful. I'm
say
so
Merry
sorry.
Christmas to everybody, but yeah, Dustin passed away. So
I'm so sorry. That's hard.
yeah, it is hard. But you know what? You have to keep living.
Yeah.
But oh my God, hey you. Thank you.
So,
I know there's many questions that's been popping up in the chat.
well, I have my own questions. Like, just
Okay, let's go.
simple. Okay,
Let's do it.
so
I could
okay,
not
so,
email you, girl. I have
yeah.
tried and tried and tried to email you, and it does this little demon thing and says it's not welcome.
It's probably like she's not going to check it anyway, so I never.
Well,
check
I've
my
been
email.
emailing you.
I might have got it. I need to check it and see.
Well, all right, bitch. I'm saying it in a nice way.
No, I know. I love it.
I'm saying it in a nice way. That was when
No, I know.
you and Becca, we were talking, and you wanted the information, and I was trying to get, but I can't for some reason.
What was it? I don't remember what it was.
We're not going to do it now here on live, but it was about the HOH stuff.
HOH.
The new stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot about. See, I'm so awful. Yes.
With the LLC.
The recent.
Okay.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
You're gonna
there.
prove it one day?
Huh?
Are you gonna prove it one day?
Well, you can only prove it.
If you showed it, would it be illegal, or like would you get in trouble?
Yes, you cannot show something with our organization. You can't put it out there, but maybe I can put it in the background, and that way you can see it.
Yeah.
But that's the best way I can say it.
Okay, so here are my questions.
Go ahead.
All right, how were you involved with Habitat for Humanity?
How did I get involved?
Yes, like what led you there?
Oh. Crap. Hello?
Yes.
How did I get involved?
Yeah, like as a job.
It's really not a job, it's a volunteer situation.
Okay.
Okay. I worked for a major, I don't want to say their name, but
Yeah,
major
don't.
furniture companies.
Okay.
And I was their designer. And so Habitat would contact, they would contact, contractors like plumbers. They would contact
So you could like
electricians.
donate your time or your stuff.
Right. And I
Mhm.
was a corporate person of a
Uh-huh.
major furniture company. I'll just do it
Mhm.
that way. And once I started getting involved, I got more involved. Yes, we gave their furniture. Yes, when you give a home to someone, you give them everything. That means they have refrigerators, they have
I can imagine.
dishwashers. You know what I'm
Amazing.
saying?
Like, yes.
Okay. Well, I was the designer over this area.
Mhm.
So it wasn't just Gypsy Rose. I mean, there were several other places that we did. It's just because Gypsy Rose became a
Right,
nasty
right.
person. And
But people are, they say, well, you were a designer, then how did you decide anything to do with whether the home was built or not? Or no, what the home was already built, right?
the home was gifted. It was not a build up from the ground up.
Uh-huh.
That home was already gifted to us. Um, there are times when um, we build a house from the bottom up. The property is given to
Mhm.
us, and then we build a home from ground up. This particular home was gifted to us. So that's why we went in, and Lord have mercy, we did the floor plans. That's me. That's my job.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and we had to go through everything that was needed and what was wanted, the colors, the paint. It was just supposed to have been simple.
Mhm.
It was not simple with them. Dee Dee, it was. Gypsy, it was not.
Why? What would Gypsy do?
The sheds were not a part of the program. It was gifted after the fact, and you already know that. You've seen
Mhm.
that. All that's been proven. So I don't have to go into that scenario anymore.
But what was it like? Like,
Hmm.
did you have to have meetings with Gypsy and Dee Dee? Like how,
Yes.
like they would come to the house and look around, or like what were your interactions with them?
Okay. My first interaction was way back. Goodness gracious. Uh, it was in Louisiana when they first claimed they couldn't live anywhere. Rod would not accept. Here's the thing. Um, when you get involved with Habitat, you try to contact the family, and the family will say yes, they can come live with you, or no, they can't.
Hold on, but
We
in Louisiana? So how can they? How does it work? Does it matter what state you're in?
No, no, I'm saying where it happened, we contact the relatives, everybody within. It Somebody could live in Georgia, somebody could live in North Carolina. We try to find a housing for them to move to before we build a home.
Okay.
Rod refused to allow Gypsy and Dee Dee to move to their home. We were in
Okay.
contact with him, and he said, no, I do not want them here living with us. So that was our next step. We had to go ahead and go forward and build them their house. Does that
Uh-huh.
make sense? Maybe I'm not making it. correctly, right?
Well, people are going to have a field day with that.
I know, right?
So why I don't know. Like here we have something called HUD housing. Like I've had a friend who had HUD housing, but I don't know the
HUD housing is when the government pays for your HUD housing is a government paid home, right?
okay. Because it's like
It's like
it takes them forever. They're on a waiting list.
yeah, HUD housing is more like if somebody is really on disability and you go to a HUD house. HUD
So
house,
what are all the qualifications or the things you have to go through to qualify for a Habitat for
oh,
Humanity
for a
house?
habitat. Okay,
Yeah.
for a habitat, it is where you are, everything has been totally destructed, everything, you have nothing, and you have somebody
Do
disabled.
you where were Dee Dee and sorry, hold that
Okay,
thought though,
go
if
ahead,
you can.
go ahead.
Okay, so where were Dee Dee and Gypsy living before the Habitat house? Do you know? Because they were in Aurora, and they were in a different home, I believe. And I know they stayed at the Hope Lodge. Do you know anything about any of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were
Go ahead.
so what happened to the house they had before the Habitat house? Like what made them where they had nothing? Because they did have a house before that.
They did have a home, that is correct.
Hmm.
And evidently with the hurricane and everything was wiped away.
Okay.
They provided the address, they provided everything that happened. And so, yes, we come in and we say, okay, what, because Gypsy at that time was considered special needs. And so that's who you take care of first.
Hmm.
Well, we did it, but we learned quickly that she really wasn't. However, that's how it happened. All the medical records were supposedly destroyed by the water. All the doctor, everything was supposedly destroyed. So we had no way of, quote, checking everything except for what was said to us.
Hmm.
And what the little bit that Dee Dee did have, that's why they became an emergency situation. And that's why we
Why?
came
Sorry, I
in,
missed. Why was it an emergency situation?
because
Because
they
she.
had no place to live.
Okay, so you don't know what happened to the house before that? Like why they
No,
couldn't stay at that house?
no.
That's very suspicious to me. I'm wondering what was
I'm
going on
sorry.
there.
I'm answering the best I can.
No, you're not suspicious to me. They are to like why I don't know. Just never heard about why they moved out of that house and got the Habitat one. You know what I mean? Because the hurricane happened way before that.
I know. We do, I cannot answer those questions. I
Well,
know
yeah.
when I got involved, it was due to habitat, and
Okay.
they were in emergency need.
Okay,
I
but
don't
what
know.
so
I
what
don't. Go
right.
ahead.
Okay, so the qualifications,
Hmm.
what would make you have to contact a relative?
Oh, you have to list who is, like, if your father, your son, your mother, your daughter, you have to list people on that
That could
qualification.
take you in?
Yes.
So
And
they try to find them a
Rod and Christy was on the list. Okay.
uh-huh.
There was two other people, and I will not say their names because they have been very quiet and I respect them. But they did not want Dee Dee and Gypsy there.
Mhm.
We did contact Rod, which is Gypsy's dad,
Uh-huh.
and Christy, and they said, no, we don't want them here. So that's when we had to make a decision are we going to do a house or are we just going to say no? And we said, yes, we're going to go ahead because she was, quote, disabled.
Mm-hmm.
That was the beginning of the story.
Okay. What happened after that?
Well, we were gifted a home.
Uh-huh.
And so we didn't have to build it from the bottom up. We were gifted a lot of homes in that area. So it's not just
Okay.
them. Okay.
When
But
when was the first time you met them? Like, what was that like? You don't have to tell me a date or anything, but do you remember the first time you met them?
when I met Dee Dee and Gypsy,
Yes. In person for the first time.
yes, I know how I met them. Dee Dee was pushing Gypsy in a wheelchair. It was in the hotel area where we were staying, and she brought her in, and
Were y'all having some sort of meeting or something?
yeah, it was our first meeting to make sure they qualified. That
Mhm.
was a big thing. You always have to meet somebody to see if they qualify.
Mhm.
So, it was at the hotel, and Dee Dee was so sweet. I cannot tell y'all, if anybody can come after me after this, Dee Dee was so sweet. She has never said a cross word. She was never
That's what I've
ugly.
always, yeah.
Dee Dee, but Gypsy was different. And all I'm going to say right now, the very first time I met them is when they came in and we had the conference room. It wasn't just me, it was our entire team to see if they really did qualify. Dee Dee brought some paperwork that she thought would work. But Gypsy was doing Gypsy. I
What
don't know
was she
how to.
doing? Like, was she acting
Oh,
the
she was
part of
acting
a
like a
special
little.
needs?
She was acting like a little baby crying. I need
Uh-huh.
my mama. I need. No,
Stop it. I could totally see that. With her baba, did she have a bottle?
she.
You know, in the book, in the book, she says that she sucked
Baba.
a baby baba, yeah, till she was at 24. Till the crime. She was sucking on a baby bottle. Did you see a baby bottle?
No, all she was
Little sippy cup?
all she was doing in that room was crying. Oh, mama, mama, don't have a place to live. Oh, mama, we don't have a place to live. Mama, please get us
Oh.
a place to live.
I
It
need a
was.
house. I want
Yeah,
it now.
but at that time she was 23 fucking years old. I'm sorry, I just said a bad word.
Was she?
Yes,
No.
she
Hold
was.
on.
No, she
They
was
got the house in
19. She
2011.
was 19. I'm sorry, I
Same
said
year
it
she
wrong.
met Dan, right? 2011. Was
I'm
it 2011?
sorry. I apologize.
Am I
Everybody
wrong?
come after me because I said the wrong number. Come
Hold
on.
on. I'm going to look it up. Gypsy Habit. I
She was
can't even remember.
19.
Habitat House. When did they get that damn Habitat House? In 2009.
Right.
Yeah.
She was 19 years old.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to say my daughter's age again because.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But I know what Gypsy did. I know how she talked. I know what she looked like. She did not have the wigs on. She did not have those.
She had her jammies on with her little poo slippers.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Gypsy Rose that day, and I have called her out several times. You know that,
Uh-huh.
Starlight. I have said, Gypsy Rose, if you know who I am, come talk to me. Let's talk. I've done it several times.
She won't do it.
No, she won't. She will not talk to me because she knows I have such a southern voice. I talk slang like crazy.
So when did Gypsy go from acting like a baby to being like a scary,
like a boss.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. When Gypsy was wheeled in her wheelchair, Dee Dee brought her in. It was in a white long dress.
Gypsy had on a white long dress?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. Like a nun.
Like it. Well, I'm not going to say that. But yeah. But it was a white long dress. And she was sucking her thumb. And we all thought, oh my, this little child, you know?
Yeah.
And then as soon as things turned, Dee Dee wanted this house to look a certain way. Gypsy wanted it different. That's when things changed.
Okay, so they were having issues agreeing on things for the house.
Well, it took us 3 different meetings. It wasn't the first
Who
meeting.
decided to pick that atrocious Mickey Mouse border in the kitchen? That was ugly.
Well, it was Gypsy.
She wanted Mickey Mouse kitchen.
Well, she wanted a princess house, is what it's called. She called it, I want a princess house.
A little glass house.
Huh?
You know, in her interview, and she said, one day my mom gave me this little glass house, and she said, one day this will all be yours.
Yeah, she wanted a princess house. Right.
Ain't that Chloe?
Yeah, and we had to follow a lot of her things, and I got tired of it. I'm a designer. I do not do this glitter crap. I do not do.
I mean, do other Habitat people, they're like, yeah, I want, like, you know, a princess house.
Okay, the other Habitat people that I have met with are just appreciating that they're getting a home.
Exactly. That's why. So is Gypsy an entitled ass brat?
But when we give them the key,
yeah,
it's like they're crying, thankful. I mean, they don't demand it need to be this color. They don't do. That's what I'm trying to let everybody know.
They don't ask for a princess house.
No, they don't ask. They're thankful that they receive a home.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when we give them the key, I mean, sometimes it's on news, sometimes it's not. There's a lot of us that times we just give them a home. And we also do it in a.
And she fell out. You fell out, cats. You gotta come back. Give her a second. I could see all of that. I believe her. I mean, why would she lie? I don't know. She wouldn't. I believe you, cats. Get back up here. Where'd you go? Princess house. That yacht, you know I'm talking about in the crime scene photos. That ugly Mickey Mouse border in the kitchen. Like, was that you, Gypsy? And then also in those photos, there's I don't know what they're called, but like when you go to a Catholic church, the little things that have the holy water and you dip your fingers in them. I don't know what you would call that. They were on the outside of the doors, but Dee Dee was dipping that holy water every day, praying Gypsy wasn't gonna rip her a new one that day. Please, God, take the demon out of this child. You better say a whole lot of Hail Marys. Gypsy talks in her book about how she wanted to be a nun, and she set up a shrine in her bedroom, like for Jesus, which is good, but I don't know. The way she talks about religion is interesting. I think that's why she's always saying, I'm a good girl. She says she craves holy water. She's a demon. Where are you, cats? You better get back here. I don't have a lot of time. And when Morbid's going live, let's see when that is real quick. He is going live in 46 minutes. She is a demon. She really is a demon. I'm not joking. Oh, Natcla, you need a wrench. You're naked. Sir, put your clothes on. My goodness. Where are you? Pepto-Bismol Pink House. Yeah, you think she asked for that? How do moderator? There we go. Do nuns accept people involved in? No, she probably does not qualify for the position of nun. How do you solve a problem like Gypsy? I'm here in the chat. Okay, here you go. There it is. Hurry up, cats. How do you solve a problem like a gypsy? How do you catch a cloud and pin it down? How do you find a word that means gypsy? A skinkity whore, a dildo sucker, a clown. Get up here, cats. Why isn't it sending, damn it? Hello, Doreen. Watch your Morbids, but I'm off working. I'm in my mom clothes. Hell yeah. With your 2-year-old. Nice. Elizabeth. There's Geoff. She is not then a demon. Jeff. You gotta connect your thing, cats. There you go. All right, get rid of that echo. Jeff. You gotta connect your thing. Get rid of that echo. Cats. There you go. All right, get rid she of can't hear echo. Me.
Oh my God.
Get rid of that echo.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Did you get it?
Oh my God.
Oh, do you hear the echo, cats? Did you get it? Oh my God. Do you hear the echo, cat? Oh, cats.
Hey, how about now?
Okay, you're good. There you go. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, what'd you do? You knocked yourself again. Reconnect. You're in the back. I see you back there. Did you push a button? It says device not connected. There you go. There you go.
Yay.
Yay.
I'm an old lady. I don't know what to do.
You're doing good. Okay, where were we?
Oh my God.
What?
Thank you, Starlight. I love you.
You're doing good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Making sure you
can you hear me?
Echo.
Did I do everything right?
I think so. You're here. I love your little avatar.
Well, that's me, baby.
I love it.
I'm an old lady, and I'm just going to kick my feet up, and I'm just going to do whatever I want to do.
There you go. There you go.
I love your new avatar.
Oh, it's actually old. I gotta switch it up
You're
sometimes.
smoking something, right?
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what that is? Don't
I
look
love
at
it.
that. Don't look
I
at
love it, girl.
it. Okay, where
Go
were
ahead.
we?
I
I'm
know.
trying to think where we were.
Go ahead.
Let's see.
You got many questions, right?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to remember where we were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was in there acting like a baby. When she started acting like a boss, and then things started changing when they weren't agreeing on how they wanted the house.
Right. Okay.
So, like, what happened then?
Okay. Well, when
Did
we
you
got
see them argue over the house?
oh yeah. Yeah, many
Like,
times.
what was that like?
Well, it was
Was Gyp
mostly deep.
Mhm. Keep going.
Okay, go ahead and ask. I'm
No, you
sorry.
go. No, you go. It was mostly Dee Dee what?
Dee Dee wanted the home. She
Uh-huh.
didn't care what color it was. She didn't care how it looked. It was a
Right.
gift. It wasn't a build up from the bottom up, if that makes sense.
Right.
Okay. So it was a gifted home. Now, it was not just hers. Mm, I need to slow down for a second. There were
Okay.
many homes in that area that was gifted to Habitat. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, a lot
Okay.
of them, most of them
Yes.
in that
And it
neighborhood.
wasn't a build up, what we call from the bottom up. We
Yeah.
didn't have to build them, they were gifted homes.
Right. Kind of like whoever owns it now, you
Right.
know.
Right. So Dee Dee was fine getting the home, but Gypsy wanted it to be certain colors, certain designs, and at that point we would do certain colors. That's not a problem. We have our painters, we have our designers, we have all this. So, but it went to an extreme with Gypsy wanting certain colors.
Mhm.
And that's where we had to have,
Wasn't every room a different color?
yes.
The hallway was orange, I believe.
No, it was yellow.
Was it yellow? Well,
It was
it
like a
was
yellow
ugly.
orange. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, orange, but it
Maybe
was
I'm
yellow.
wrong. I wish I had the photos in front of me. But I
It's
could have
more of a
swore.
yellow, not
Uh-huh.
really an orange, but I see what you're saying, orange. But
But why do
the
I wanna
bed
say every room was a different color? Am I making that up?
no, you're
I
not
can't
making it
remember where I
up.
heard that.
Every room had to be a different color.
Mhm.
Do you know what color Dee Dee's room was? I'm
It's
just
like a
going to ask
red.
you by
It was like
watching everything you've seen.
a
What color was Dee Dee's?
maroonish red color, right?
Burgundy. Okay.
Uh-huh. Burgundy.
Okay. What color was the bathroom?
Blue.
Yep. What color was Gypsy's room?
Oh,
Pink.
that's a good one. Was it pink? Okay. Yeah. And there was a
Was
purple. There was
Gypsy's room?
um, okay, so
Hmm?
there's a picture of her and she's dressed in the outfit where she's licking the knife. And she's in the living room because you can
That's the
see the
living room
breaker.
behind the. That's
Yeah,
the
you can
living
see the
room by
breaker.
the. Hmm. By the.
It's purple.
Hmm. Yeah. Now, what color is
Who wants a
Gypsy's
purple
room?
living room?
Yeah, it was a purple living room. What color
Mhm.
is Gypsy's room?
Pink, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, like a princess.
Yeah. Now, if we go to the shed that she wanted, and it was gifted, that shed was not built by us. We did not
It
provide
was
it.
already on the property, right?
No, it was
Oh,
gifted.
okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, that shed. Well, the other shed was gifted also. So
Mhm.
they had two sheds gifted to them.
Where was the other one located?
On the back side of the house, and
Did you
that's
see
where.
that video where Gypsy's in her wheelchair wheeling making a video for Nick? and she's talking about all the
Oh,
different
doing the
places
ABC.
where she's talking about
Mm-hmm.
the foliage and how they're gonna have sex back there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she points out a greenhouse. There's a greenhouse back there.
Yeah. She said this is A or number one or B or whatever. That's when she's telling him it will happen here. And then she moves. She's not in a wheelchair while she's doing that. She is
Wait, which one are you
walking.
talking about? We're talking about two different videos, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm
This one's
sorry.
on the NPG Cornerstone page.
I don't know. I have not watched any of them.
You want to
I
see that video though?
huh?
You want to see it? What I'm talking about?
Yes, please. Can
Okay.
you show it right now?
Yeah, let me get it. Because I don't think anyone's ever seen it before. And like they have things that no one's ever seen.
I
And
doubt
I don't know
they.
why they don't just dump it all.
I doubt. I wish I could talk to them. That would be
I
cool,
know.
wouldn't it?
But there's something shady about it. I don't know. If I was them, I would be doing a lot more to advocate for Nick. And
Well,
they do a
there's a
lot of
reason they're just
attacking.
putting their name out there, but they're not doing anything
Mhm.
because they don't have the resources. In my opinion,
They
only.
do online though. There's a lot of people here that would, you know,
I'm
help
not saying
them.
anything rude. I
No,
apologize.
I'm just they
Okay,
aggravate me sometimes. All right,
what
here's a
is
video.
this?
You ready?
Yeah.
It's a video of Gypsy.
Okay.
She's videoing this and she's in her wheelchair.
Okay.
To do this.
She's in a
All
wheelchair.
right, so
Yeah.
this is my house right here. I'm videotaping again with my phone to try to show you the best spots.
And
Now
she's pointing out places like for one of their plans was to get pregnant. So she's pointing out places around the
For
house.
them to have sex, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
as
So
you
she
see,
claims
the
she's in a
greenhouse.
wheelchair
She
right
is because
now.
you can see it. It's like one of those power chairs though.
Oh, she did the electric chair.
Yeah, they're fast because she's
Okay,
moving fast.
I gotcha. All right, let me watch it.
All right, so this is my house right here. I'm videotaping again with my phone to try to show you the best spots.
Is that one of the sheds?
Videotaping
Look,
again with my phone.
Oh my God.
You see those sheds? Are those there? That's not theirs, is it?
No. Oh my God.
To try to show you the best spots. Now, as you can see, the greenhouse is there.
Greenhouse.
And
Can
you
I
kind
ask
of
you
see a
to stop
distance
for a
from.
moment?
Uh-huh.
Do you hear her voice?
Yes.
It's not a no. She's using her little child, little
Yeah, we
girl
can go
voice.
here. We can go there.
Can I tell you? Can I show you? Can I?
In a minute, she goes, there's a lot of foliage on this
It's
side.
a lot of foliage. But look at that finger. How old does that finger look like? That's not a child finger.
She's got a
You
ring,
have the
too.
finger, what I'm seeing, that is an adult finger. Yes or no?
And where's Dee Dee?
There you go.
Poor abused gypsy out here trying to find places in the foliage to have sex.
Now look, seriously, look in the background. You see that other shed. Do you see that one?
Wait, what? Did I see what?
Look in the far background, that
Mhm.
other shed. Do you
What
see
is
it?
that? Uh-huh.
That is the shed that they kept all their food and everything in.
So that is their shed there?
That's a gifted shed. But
Oh, the
that's not
blue? Wait, are you talking about this one here by her finger?
okay. All right. I don't know how to say it.
'Cause
That
this
one.
one, she called
Yeah.
this one a greenhouse.
It's
See my cursor? Can you see my cursor?
yes.
She called
That
that a
is
greenhouse.
that is where they kept all their food, all their oh, don't you go on that one. That's the one
All their
that
food.
is
They were
her
like
pony.
stock
I call it her pony house.
pony house.
Mm-hmm. You don't know about the
Misha,
ponies?
people with a kindergarten education also can't read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Have you
You
ever
don't know
read
what the
that? It's
pony
hard.
house is.
No, what's the Pony House? I know the Pink Pony Club. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I
But
love
what is
her.
it? The Pink Pony. What did you say? Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club. She got she got shut down. Well, I tell you what, we're gonna come strong forward for her. That
Yeah.
girl did everything right.
Yes, she did. Okay,
Hmm
but what were you saying? What gypsy? What'd you call it? The pony.
The pony house.
The
That's
Pony
where
House.
she has her unicorns. She did her um freaking crazy stuff, and that not the one. All right, put your cursor back over.
All right, hold on. Not the greenhouse.
The greenhouse is where they kept all the food and all that kind of stuff. Move
And
over to the second one.
this one with the double
That one,
doors.
yes, that's her. Where she
Yeah, the
did all
food
her.
house.
That's where she did all her stuff.
What stuff?
Don't do it to me, Starlight.
She was
Because
throwing that. You was trying
I'm
to
gonna
say
get in so much trouble. Don't
Gypsy
do
was
it.
throwing that ass in a circle back there in that shed.
That's
Is that what you're
her.
saying?
That's her whore house.
Her whorehouse.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Don't make me do that. Don't make me say that. But that
that
is.
would make more sense. But why would there not? How did she get over there? Thought she was scared of bugs.
Oh yeah, that's right. She told Nick she was scared of bugs. That
She
Dee
says
Dee would
in
lock
her book
her up,
too.
and oh my
You know
god.
what she said about the shed in her book? She said that I can't remember if it was after the Dan incident where she picked her up. But either way, she locked her in the shed, and the shed had dirt floors.
I know.
Dirt
I know.
floors.
I know.
The
Now, if
barbecue
you
room.
go, okay, Starlight, if you go and you see the pictures of what that room was, you will see that it was nothing but
Now, why would the cops not say, "Did you see this whorehouse back here?"
it's a whorehouse.
Is
I'm
that where she
sorry.
kept her flogger? She says that
Well,
in text messages to Nick. She just goes, "Oh, I found my flogger."
mhm.
The text.
Why is not anybody talking about that
I
room?
had to pee in a bush. Yeah.
Why isn't anybody really talking about that room?
Which
D- okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
shed?
I'm gonna leave it alone. I know what that room was. I know what that shed was. I
But
was
you
there.
know the cops had to have looked in that shed.
But here's the problem, Starlight. I was there before any of you creators were here.
I
That's the
know.
problem. Everybody thinks I
Rusty
am
Pecon.
telling shit. I'm telling the truth. I know what that house is. I know what that is. I know what we did. None of you creators, and I love you all, don't get me wrong, but none of you were there.
That's why we
Everybody
want your
thinks they
story,
know the
cats.
truth.
No, Apple, not the one with the toddler bed. This one behind Gypsy's finger
No,
back
not the
there.
toddler bed. No,
Yeah,
no,
no, this one is the whorehouse in the back.
no. That's the whorehouse.
Where Gypsy throws her ass in a circle.
Oh, Apple. Tell her I said hello. I can't see anything, but you're saying Apple's here.
Yeah, Apple Charlotte.
I love Apple Charlotte. Tell her
Me
hello.
too. Her laugh is the best. She has a
I
great
know,
laugh.
right?
Yeah.
I
She
know.
makes some funny videos. You should go watch them sometime if you need a laugh.
I will. I will.
3
But Apple
sheds
Charlotte, I
into the
love you, girl.
weeds.
But
So
no,
there were
these are two
3.
different. Look at your picture. These are
Right,
two
those are
different
2.
things.
And then
Mhm.
there's the one by the house where
Mhm.
the toddler bed. So that makes 3.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. And
Mhm.
she's calling one of them a greenhouse, which is odd. Because we know they're not growing plants and shit in there.
The greenhouse is what she's calling is the one right before her finger, right there.
The bigger one.
The big one.
Towards the fence
Yes.
line.
Yes. The second one is it was put there, and that's where they put all their stuff into it. The main one that she did all well, not the horse stuff, but anyway, there's a third one, and it was donated. Everybody does not realize they donated a house to her. Not a house. Well, that kind of thing. They donated,
A
and
shit,
we
the
had
little
to paint
house.
it. We had to paint it. We had to make it look like she wanted. And that's where she claimed she was chained up with all her.
Well,
I
her
swear.
story changes. We don't know
I
where she
know.
was.
But
She wasn't
that's the
chained
one.
anywhere. She probably
But
chained
that's
Dee
the
Dee up.
one. Yep. Okay.
So, all right, let's finish this little silly video here.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
My house to the greenhouse, that's the big yard. And then they have this foliage that's here.
The foliage.
So even if we wanted, we can go like
Oh my
past,
God!
like
This is where she
over this
wants to
foliage.
have sex.
Yeah, she's scoping out places to get her freak on in the grass.
Look at her.
Foliage.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you and all of our viewers. Look at how old her hands are. Does she look like a teenage
Maybe
person?
it was cold and she was pruny.
Hmm?
Maybe she was cold and pruny.
No, go look at her hands. We know what hands look like. If you're an
This
adult,
was in, when did her and Nick start talking? 2012 or 2013? 2013?
2012.
Something like that.
Yeah. And she was claiming to be how young? Yeah.
Well, she
Now
says she
look
knew
at her hands.
age.
Her hands are right there in the video. Does that look like a little teenager's hands?
Depends.
Rewind.
Just
Rewind.
depends.
Everybody
She'll
look
show
at
them
it.
again.
There's
Let's
like
see.
grassy patch right
There we
here.
go. There's her hands. Look like.
Go back. Look. Go back.
Hold on, I don't know
It's
where
kind
it
of the
is.
distance from
There.
my house.
Well, it depends.
Well, go back.
I can't tell age by finger, okay?
Yes, you can.
My house
When
is a
she
greenhouse.
puts
It's
her
a big
finger,
yard.
yeah, you can.
And then they have this foliage that's here. So even if we wanted, we can go like past, like over this foliage, over this like grassy patch.
Does that look like a teenager?
And there's a farm right next door.
She's wanting to bang him in the farm. She wants to go to the neighbor's farm and have sex at the farm.
Exactly. And
So
her
she
hands are big. They're wide. They do not
Could
look
be the
like
camera
a child.
angle, Cats. Don't judge her hands.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm
I'll
fucking
shut
with you.
up.
I'm just
I'm
joking with
sorry.
you. I'm picking Cat. Oh, where'd you go now? What'd you do? Push a button? You're still back there. You're still back there, Cats. What'd you do? You pushed a button. Yes, she definitely has adult hands. What happened, Cats? By 10 tonight, I'll at least get the message out that I've tried multiple ways. But no, there you are, Cat. With no legs. What are you talking about, Luna? She's just busy with holidays. Are you talking about Becca? Cats, you pushed it again. Because now you're making me worry. Let me see if I can text. Let me text Becca. All right, I sent her a little message. Let's hope we hear back. Oh, there's Cats. All right, let's finish this foliage. We're almost done.
So even if we wanted to do it like in their yard, we could.
See, she wants to, why you want to have sex in the neighbor's yard, Gypsy, you little freak? Are you there, cats?
I'm sorry, Starlight.
You're okay. Why are you sorry?
I just point out hands. I know.
No, I'm picking on you.
I
No, she
know.
has
I
adult
love you.
hands.
I love you.
You
Pick on
see,
me all you want,
I
honey.
will. My job.
Because that's very far away, and she would never think to look for me there. So that's a good spot. Let's see if I
Okay.
can zoom in on that. I don't know.
You're
If you
about
see
to
that
see what I'm
area
about
right
to
there.
tell you.
That's a good area. It's like a patchy, grassy area. That would be good. That would be light and dark. And again, the greenhouse would be good too. But again, we'd have to just like step over this foliage here, and it goes.
Oh, step on it. You mean out of your wheelchair? Did you you saw Gypsy out of her wheelchair, right?
Me personally?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. She walks. Yes. She actually physically walked up and pushed Dee Dee down. She is very physical. Yes, she knows how to walk. She does not do a wheelchair. Yes. I experienced every bit of that with her.
What?
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
sorry. I was doing like 3 things.
Huh?
Did you see Gypsy walk? I'm sorry. I was reading something.
Okay. Go ahead and read.
Did you see
Jeanette.
Gypsy walk? I'm asking you.
Did I see Gypsy walk?
Yeah.
I just answered yes.
I know, but when you answered, I didn't hear. My ADD, okay?
All right. All right, you
doing 2
biatch. I
Sorry.
love you.
I was reading this thing, so I didn't hear
Okay.
you.
Read the chat and then come back to me.
Hold on. Sorry, just give me a moment. Okay, so Becca is really sick.
Oh no.
Yeah, her grandson had it, and I think that her husband got it, and then she has it, so she's just been really sick. And she told me to let everybody know.
Oh, let's do a
Yeah.
prayer for her, please. I don't know if people pray or not, but you know, I pray. So can everybody say a prayer for her? Or just do the best wishes, however you do it? Does that make sense?
She said, could you let everyone know Mitch and I are very ill with one of those flu viruses? Yes,
Okay.
prayers, good vibes, all of that.
Yes. So let's pray for Becca.
Yeah.
Yes? Did I say something wrong?
No, I'm just responding to her. You're good. I'm just responding back to her.
Oh, we love Becca.
Yeah.
Well, the people that pray for her, and the people that do the best thing, let's just send good wishes and let her know she is loved.
Yes, and her husband too.
Oh, her husband too. Oh man. Okay. The whole family. Let's just send prayers for the whole family.
Hopefully it's just the flu or something. I think she has been to the doctor and all that, so hopefully she's on the up and up. Hey, Morbid. Yes, Morbid's going live in a minute if you didn't know. If you're hiding under a rock.
Oh God. What do you think?
What
Should I
time?
get up there?
I don't know, cats.
I know, right?
Gypsy and Ken, the new stuff is
I'll get
something.
up there. If you're up there with me. How about
Well,
that,
hopefully I
Starlight?
will. I might be late. It depends because my kids are out and they run my life. Apparently,
I know, right?
they're teenagers. It's wild.
You
Wild.
have got your hands full.
Yes. But they like to call me and say, "Come pick me up now," and I'm like,
I know,
"Please, like jump up from what I'm doing."
I used to have to
Like,
do
can you
that
give
with
me a
mine.
heads up?
I used to do that with mine. Now they're
Oh
older,
Lord.
but they still call me, Mom, come get come.
I know. That's what
It doesn't stop at teenage. I promise you. It
we'll
does.
see. Because now they're like, once I have a car, I'm gonna go
I know, right?
anywhere I want. And I'm like, okay.
No, it doesn't stop at a teenage. It gets worse.
Oh
I
God.
promise you. I love you, Starlight. I do. And I
Ugh,
appreciate you allowing me to talk.
you're
Finally.
welcome. I don't know why Katie. I don't know if you heard, but she's over there being an asshole.
Who?
Katie Joy. She just thinks you're
Oh,
a fraud and a
well, she's
phony.
the one that created my first situation. She's the
I
one that was,
know. I know.
but I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I'm just saying I'm ready for karma to come. That's all I'm going to say. Katie Joy did me wrong.
Yeah.
And I yes, I am a very southern woman. I speak really southern, and you know what? I don't give a crap. I know what I did. I know who I was involved with, and I know what happened. And if somebody will finally, like you, thank you, I love you, just lets me tell how it began from the beginning. And then I have no other reason to be on here.
Hold on.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Hold on. I'm doing two things at once again. You talk, and then you go quiet.
That AJ?
Oh, there you are. Who's AJ? Where you at?
I'm not sure if it was on Nina's
Who's
or if it,
AJ?
huh?
Who is AJ?
AJ is uh oh God, she's gonna kill me.
Well, don't say it then.
AJ is a part of Habitat, and she reached out. I think it was Nina. I'm not sure, but AJ finally put the whole thing out there. I love her, but she's going to get in a lot of trouble doing it.
Is that the 80s chick?
Look. I'm not sure if it was Nina or if it was Radiant. I'm not sure, but AJ put herself out there. Just like I have. I put myself out there and I've told the truth.
We're talking about
And
AJ with the A is
it's
for
a
apple.
letter A, a letter J. AJ.
She getting in with KJ?
Huh? No.
Okay.
She's talking to Nina.
Okay.
Or what's the other lady? The Ivory Rose person, or
Nose.
not the
Ivory
one
Rose
that's been
nose.
arrested.
No,
It's
the
the other
nose.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivory Rose nose.
Yeah. Her.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Nina
Mm-hmm.
that put AJ out there because AJ sent her.
Carbs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think AJ sent everything to Nina.
Oh shit.
I know, right? She should not have done that.
Why would she do that though? Why
I
would somebody do that?
mm, well, she
Hmm.
shouldn't. But
Was she trying like it was an application for a new one?
for the new house,
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
yeah, I think AJ was trying to
I need a
tell
flow chart.
everybody that yes, the habitat is still tired of them. I think AJ, hmm, she made a mistake, but she put out there about the house and about the new place and
Yeah.
mhm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But why would Gypsy think she could even qualify for one? Why would she even do
Well,
that?
Gypsy, I will go ahead and say this. I will protect AJ on this one. Um, what really happened is Gypsy did an LLC
Mm-hmm.
and it got rejected, and then Christy tried to do an LLC, and
Like,
we
what
all
were they
have
trying to make a LLC? Gypsy's name? Like, what is her? Does she have a
no,
brand?
they you don't know the names that they're using, and that's the problem.
Like, I could get an LLC on anything I wanted, right?
You
Like on my,
can with
I
your
could Hello Starlight LLC it.
yeah, you can do it with Hello Starlight. You can do it. Morbid can do it with Sir Morbid, but they're doing it in the background with a different name, and that's what came up.
No, it was Gypsy for sure. Could have
Yeah,
been a troll.
yeah. So what happened was when she was trying to buy a home for her and Ken, I actually do have the paperwork. I actually do have her signature. I have everything.
Oh, it was signed with a signature.
Yep. Yep.
McMorbid LLC. There you go.
Stop it. I actually have the paperwork where they tried to sign the LLC and tried to make it
All I
where
can
they
think
could
of is like,
buy.
are they really that stupid? Like, I know they're lacking in the
Hmm.
department, but I mean, are you really that dumb where you would apply or have the audacity to even go near a habitat home?
I
What?
can't. I can't tell you if they're that stupid, but I'm gonna say yes. Um, they are stupid enough that the government will not allow them to buy a home again. Um, their names are in the government register. So I don't know why they're trying to do it, but they did, and it happened, and it is proof. So
Who would want to live in, like, I feel bad for whoever is living in their old habitat home.
know
Just
about that
saying.
new habitat home. You don't know what happened?
Someone's in it. Someone lives there.
Yeah, they had to change the address completely.
Uh-huh.
It's no longer the same address. Um, they have cleaned it up. They have painted it
Still
a different color.
the bad juju in that house.
I know. I
Mm-mm.
know. I
Wouldn't
know.
even want to sleeping in Gypsy's bedroom. Oh, hell no.
I know. But this couple, they're an elderly couple, okay? So it's an elderly couple. So they really don't know what house they have bought, but they have changed the colors. They have
Yeah,
changed the
bluer.
address. So
Well, do you think
I
you
hope.
could ask them to get a
Hmm.
shovel and go dig up that jar that Gypsy's mom said she buried in the yard
Oh
with
my God,
the cow's
mason
tongue and the
jar,
menstrual blood?
that mason jar,
Mm-hmm. It's in the
that's
yard.
ridiculous. I don't believe that happened, but um I can
Maybe he
contact
was
them.
so desperate because Gypsy was such a hoe bag and like wouldn't get herself under control. She was like, I'm gonna cast this spell and get that sexist demon out of your body, baby girl.
Oh my God, Starlight, you and I need to talk without being on here so I can tell you so much. Okay? We need to do this.
Oh Lord.
Well, yeah, you're going to get information. I love you, girl.
Do you talk to people that, well, I don't know who she would have said. Did you know anyone else in the neighborhood? Like, no, probably not.
Who? Do I know
Yeah.
Dan? Yes, I know
Not Dan.
Dan.
You know Dan. How do you know Dan?
Because he was part of the interview to help get them moved. Come on, girl.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yes, I know Dan.
Well, I wasn't even meaning Dan, but how do you? I still don't get how you knew him.
When we started moving them there, we had to find out who was there, right? You understand that?
Right, but well, I don't know. I think they did meet Dan in 2009 because that was the first time they went to Vision Con was 2009.
Oh, the Vision Con. I don't know anything about that. Okay. I know when we went to this place to build a house, Dan was there.
Dan or David Blanchard?
Dan.
Are you sure about
Now,
that?
David, yes, he was a part of it all the time. But Dan was actually there. He showed up. You and I need to talk in the background, please.
Okay.
I've got a lot. Because we had to build a home. We had to talk to people around us. We had to talk to the little girl that lived across the street. And I'm not going to say her name, but you all know who it is. We had to deal. We had to talk to everybody.
The neighbors?
Mm-hmm.
What about do you know about the girl that had a key that used to go feed their animals? She was an autistic girl. Can't remember her name off the top of my head. Shelby, maybe? I don't remember. They were disabled.
No, I don't know.
Her parents
I don't know
were
about
also
that.
disabled.
I know about the little girl that lived across the street, but I don't know that she had a key or anything like that.
This was a different one. There was Aaliyah, and then there was another girl whose name I cannot remember right now.
Are you talking about Shelby?
Not Aaliyah. I think that was her name.
Yeah, you're talking about Shelby. Okay, all right.
I think. I don't know. I'd have to double check myself. Let me do that. Yes, Shelby.
Yeah, that's what I said. Are you talking about Shelby?
Yes,
Yes,
Shelby.
I do know. What?
Shelby
Thank
had a
you.
key to their house, but something happened, and I think that Gypsy blamed Dee Dee had some money come up missing. Gypsy stole it, and I think she blamed it on Shelby.
I'm going to say thank you right now because I said the word Shelby and you had to go back and check it and say, yes, you are correct. I want everybody to realize.
I could tell you her last name.
I can too.
Starts with an S.
We're not going to do it.
No, I'm not, but I'm just saying that's how. Yeah.
But you did see, I said the right name, right?
Yep.
I do know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, thank you.
But did you know that about the key and
yes, I
the
know.
taking back of the key?
I know where the key was hid. I know about the key. Did you? Okay. What do you know? Okay. Shelby had the key, right?
Yes.
But could not get in the house.
Oh, you're breaking up. Say that again.
Shelby could not get in the house.
Because they took the key back, right? Or did they change
the
lock? They took
the key away from her. Right.
I can't remember which one. Maybe they took the key back. I think they took the key back.
They took the key back when Shelby was trying to come see Gypsy and was trying to get in the house. And they took the key away from her.
Why was she trying to get in the house?
I don't know. That I can't answer. I don't
Well,
know.
I heard that Dee Dee had money come up missing because Gypsy had stolen it, and Gypsy blamed it on the girl Shelby, and that's why
Oh,
they
well,
took the
see,
key
that's
back.
not right.
So
Shell,
that's why they took the key back.
so wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true. Never talked to Shelby. She wants to talk to me. Let me know. I don't know.
I will. Well, I
It's
can
like
reach
none of
out to
those
Shelby.
people. I would love to hear from people from that neighborhood.
You want me to get in touch with them and let them talk to you?
If there's people that knew them from the neighborhood.
Yeah, I can do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if any of them want to talk about even if it's just
They're afraid of Gypsy. That's the
I want to
only
know
thing.
about Dee Dee. They don't have to tell
Crap.
me everything about Gypsy. They could tell me stuff about Dee
They're
Dee.
just afraid of Gypsy. I'm going to tell you right now. They're all
Why? What is there to
afraid
be
of
afraid
Gypsy.
of? What is she gonna do?
She's a bitch. I'm sorry. She just.
I think
That
that
whole neighborhood. Oh, wait. Okay. I will tell
I
you who
think
to
she
contact. I will
traumatized them.
send it.
I think she traumatized those
I will
people.
send you. I will send you an information of who to contact. They are afraid of Gypsy. And I will send you
I
that
reached out to
information.
this guy that was he had a video of Gypsy from VisionCon, but it's on private. But I wanted to see it because it's like a ceremony when she got a lifetime. They gave her like a lifetime membership award or something like that. Where they did,
Oh, right. On
yeah,
VivaCon.
at
Yeah, that was
VisionCon.
nasty.
But it was a private YouTube video, and so I
Uh-uh.
messaged this guy, and he basically told me that he didn't want anything to do with what happened with Gypsy and Dee Dee because it traumatized him pretty
Yeah.
much. He was
Yeah.
traumatized
Yeah.
by
I
what they
will. I'm
did.
gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a lot of different people so you can talk to them. How about that?
All right, I'll try.
Well, I'm saying if we want the truth out there, these are people that are afraid of her. These are people that have recorded her even in that Vivicon or whatever it's called.
VisionCon.
VisionCon. Thank you. Um, they're afraid of her. She. Mm, I will get you in touch with some people.
I don't know
Okay.
why anybody's scared of them. I don't know why anybody's scared of Christy Blanchard or any of them. What is there to be scared of?
You don't know why?
No. Like, why not just tell everything you know?
Well, that's what I've been doing. But then I get turned into a liar and everybody blasts me. But I will stand up for myself
Someone said
100%.
earlier, does your daughter remember when Gypsy did that?
Does my daughter remember?
Uh-huh.
Yes. My daughter actually, when I first came forward and I was saying, I want to expose it, she was saying no. And then she started watching different videos. Um, and she said, yes, go ahead, Mom. Just don't say my name. And so that's when I started saying, this is what she did to her. My daughter can and will tell everybody how Gypsy was pulling her hair. She was holding her. I was outside getting Gypsy some food, like chips and drinks and something. And I walk in, and Gypsy is holding my daughter by her hair and hitting her. And I went ballistic. I'm like, get away, stop it. And there were people also around us that was trying to get Gypsy off of my daughter. Yes, I did lie about my daughter's age. Yes, I do not want anybody to dox my daughter. I've already been doxed, so I know how to deal with it. But I'm not going to tell everybody what my daughter's age is. When it happened, my daughter was a little bitty child. And for this person that was 19 years old holding my daughter by her head and hitting her, yes, I have the right to say, you are a bitch. And I'm sorry. If anybody doesn't like what I'm saying, then go ahead. But I'm going to protect my daughter.
Yeah.
Yes, I did lie about my daughter's age. I know everybody says, well, the math is not mathing. Well, it's not going to math because I'm going to protect my daughter. I don't care if anybody hates me. I don't care if anybody calls me out with whatever. I know the truth. I was there at the very, very, very beginning. None of
So,
you creators, I love you, but none of you creators were there at the beginning. I
so
was. Go
did you
ahead.
and did you and Dee Dee like make up by the end of everything?
Me and Dee Dee?
Yeah.
Mm,
Like what you told me, you said that Dee Dee came in the room and she was like, please, because you said you weren't going to sign off on the house. And Dee Dee came in and was like, I'm sorry. And then you said Gypsy came in.
okay. What happened was when I walked into the room where Gypsy was abusing my daughter, and I left and I went up to my room. Okay. Dee Dee came up because I yelled out, I'm not giving her the home. I said it straight up. I'm not giving her the home. I did have the control to say if she could have that house or not. And I screamed out, she's not getting it. Dee Dee came up to my hotel room and she said, can we talk? And I told her no. And she kept banging on the door. Please, please, can we talk? I let Dee Dee in. And she said, I'm so sorry. That should not have happened. I said, no one touches my child. Dee Dee and I had a good conversation. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I do not bash Dee Dee at all. She was only trying to stop everything I could and I would control. They would not get that house. That was it. She knew it. I was done, and I said it out loud. I walked through the halls. I said, they're not getting the house. I said it.
Uh-huh.
Dee Dee knew that she only had a reason to come and say, will you please allow this to happen? I told her no at the beginning, and she kept saying, please let me talk to you. I let Dee Dee come in to my room. She has always been nice, okay? Always. She never was aggressive, okay? And she said, I'm sorry, this is what happened. And she started talking. And I looked at her and I said, you got to take control because if you don't, that house will go to someone else. And I meant it. It will be. It was that easy for me in the next day to say that house is going somewhere else. And she begged me, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Well, the next thing I know, I hear this banging on the door, and it's Gypsy. She's not in a wheelchair. She is on her legs, standing up, banging on the door. And she hits her mother, pushes her mother down, and she falls over the bed. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. Get her out of here.
But were you like, oh my God, Gypsy can walk?
I already knew Gypsy could walk because I've seen her walk many times. This was not new for me. She has been walking. Every time we were in the conference room, Gypsy would stand up. She would walk. This is not something new for me.
A lot of people say that.
Huh?
A lot of people say that she would sometimes walk. Yeah.
Oh, she walked all the time. This was not new to me, so there was no reason for me to scream out, "Oh my God, Gypsy Rose is walking!"
Yeah,
no,
but did
Gypsy
they present
Rose
it?
walked all the time.
But did they present her like she couldn't walk? So she always walked.
Yeah, she always walked.
But you said she pushed her in a wheelchair too.
That's when they presented themselves. Coming at the beginning, Dee Dee had her in the wheelchair and presented her like, okay, this is who we are. But later, we found out you're nothing but a joke. And that's when I decided to say, nope, not gonna happen. Nope. You can't do it. I'm done with you.
Was your daughter in Morbid's chat?
She might be. She's gonna be really rude if she is in Morbid's chat. Is Morbid live right now?
I don't know. Is he live? Because I need to end mine before he does.
Okay, we need to end. If my daughter is in there,
feel bad if he is.
If my daughter is in there, she's gonna.
Yeah, he'll be live in 5 minutes. So.
Okay. All right, I will join you, and I will
All
say
right,
hey to
I
everybody.
will email you and all that.
Please, I can't get to you. It keeps doing that little demon red thing. I can't email you.
People are gonna go crazy.
All right, I love you.
Love you, cats. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
I'll see you next time. Pop in the chat and come up.
Merry Christmas. Well,
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
I love everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you soon.
All right. Bye. All right, everybody. Bye. Y'all go over to Morbid's. Sir Morbid X. I'm sure I'll see you over there. I do have to go pick me up some dinner, though. So there's that. I might be late. Anyhow, see y'all over there. Go now. Don't wait. Peace out. Love you so much. Thank you for being here, as always. And
love you.
You behave yourself,
right?
Cat.
I know. I got to keep my mouth shut now.
See if I have my thing. All right, I'm going to play my outro. Bye, everybody. Say bye.
Bye. Bye.
A disclaimer that I don't have all that much time today. Got a little bit of time today.
This beat is going to drop in 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's fair game, right? Bye, everybody.